Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday. No, it's not. It's Wednesday. And we've had a couple of quick Hungry Jack's jobs. It was dark though, so I've been sitting around for a little while. Now we have one for McDonald's. Heading to McDonald's to have a bit of a look-see, pick up some goodies for the people. Oh my God, I'm doing well this morning. Did I take a photo of that? $12.47 for 6 kilometres. So 3.6 miles. So we'll go and do that. And hopefully it's a bit faster start than last Wednesday, which was quiet. I think most of the Wednesdays have been quiet. It's like a hump day, middle of the week, not much happening. Now, I have not actually worked for 2 days because we had our first big storm for the year. So Monday and Tuesday were pretty much write-offs. Had winds up to 125 kilometres an hour, or like 80 miles an hour for the American people. Supposed to have an inch of rain or 25 mil of rain. I don't know whether we achieved that, but we had some nice rain, which we really need. That's what we need. We need the rain. Our reservoirs and that are very, very low. And I didn't want to go out and mess up my hair because the wind would have blown my hair around that. I would have had to do all sorts of things like go out and buy a brush and just not doing that sort of stuff. So I thought I would just do a couple of days at home. Finally, actually edited a vid. I take my hat off to these people that do it full time because it's not easy. Although I had a lot of fun doing it. Being creative is nice. And I've started on my second one. Obviously it's going to be a little bit quicker. You start to know what you're doing and that. But yeah, it's still pretty time intensive. So look at the trees and that down here. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of that around at the moment. So first real overcast day. Hopefully it's still see all right. We'll have to look into that if it's really overcast, and I've got the sunroof fully open, so hopefully it's not too bad. All right, boys and girls, I'll leave it there, and I'll pick up this McDonald's and drop it off, and then when I get the next one, I'll give you a yell. All right, we just dropped that McDonald's off. It was quite a strange one. The guy must have been living in a granny flat out the back and that, so I had to try and get him to come out. We finally came out, so it's all good. But we have another one. We're going back to McDonald's, and we have a $1 promo. So if I do 2 of these, so I get $2, that means I can ring up a friend and tell them I can go halves in a beer with them. So how cool is that? We have a Woolworths supermarket pickup. Oh, you're kidding me. Woolworths and Coles. No wonder it's $23. I've got about 500 pickups. Well, that might be exaggerating. But yeah, it looks like Woolworths, then Coles. All right, let's see how lost we get. All right, bye. Well, that's a bit of an interesting one. We've got to go to 2 different Woolworths stores in 2 different suburbs. So we've got the one here, Woolworths Marion. I've got to go and do a pickup there. Then I've got to go to Woolworths Brighton, where we were this morning. So we'll go and do those 2. I had actually been sitting there for about half an hour before I got that job, I actually shut down that dash and started a new one, because that one had been going for 3.5 hours, and I just don't want any of those issues with the app freezing up because of the cache being full. So just every 3 hours or so, I just shut it down and start again. There you go. So if you turn the power on, it works heaps better. Who would have known? All right, so we just dropped off those two Woolworths. I think they're called Click and Collect or Direct to Boot. It's one of those two. One of those two. So we've just done those. Now we have... You stay on your side, man. We have Hungry Jack's. We're going to Hungry Jack's. $6.98, 2.7 kilometres, so 1.8 miles. Cool. Now, where's this one? Oh, it's down on Brighton Road. Down on Brighton Road, guys, you know where it is. Okay, we just got, just dropped off the Hungry Jack's. That was a nice quickie, and who doesn't mind a quickie? Just driving back to me little spot, and I'm only, I'm nearly where I wanted to be anyway. And that's $13.52 reject shop, 7.6 kilometres, so 4.8 miles. So absolutely bugger all. Okay, we had to have that reject shop job unassigned. Went up there and waited for 5 minutes or so, and then just asked the lady what was going on, and then they said it hadn't been confirmed yet. And I don't know what that means. I'm sure it must have been confirmed because they sent me the job to say to be there. And I asked how long, and he said it could be 15 to 20 minutes. And I was, well, not sitting around for another 15 to 20 minutes. So I got it unassigned, which is quite disappointing when I found out that it actually affects your completion rate. So my completion rate, so I got 99% acceptance rate, and I did have 98 completion rate, and it dropped my completion rate. And it's like, well, it's not my fault that I was actually asked to go there at a specific time, and that if it wasn't ready, then don't send someone. Anyway, so yeah, I had that unassigned, and I thought I might go and have something to eat. So I've actually jumped out of the dash. I think we're at $100. So, oh no, 98.60. We're at 98.60. So for 2 hours and 45 minutes. So I'm going to go and have something to snack on, and then just to make sure I don't have to go back to that job, I'll come back and say, oh, let's say 11:30. What do you reckon? 11:30 sound like a good time? Yeah. All right. So we'll come back at 11:30 and we'll start again. All right, guys. Bye. All right. Well, went and had something to eat. Had a really nice chicken curry with mixed curry vegetables and an apple juice. Very healthy, very yummy. Well, I don't know if it's that healthy, but definitely better than what I was looking at to start with, which was Kentucky Fried Chicken. So definitely healthier than that. All right, what do we got? Busy right now. Average wait 7 minutes. Well, that's not very busy, is it? So there's no promos or anything on. So it's a bit earlier than I said. 20 past 11. So we'll do another few hours and then see how we go. So dash now. So 11:20. So we'll say 2 o'clock. See what happens by 2 o'clock. So what did I say? I think I said $98. earnings $98.60 for today. So I'll give it a few more hours. So that's at 2.5 hours. See what happens in 2.5 hours. See how we're feeling. Oh, okay. Double pickup, 6 items. Coles, $13.90, 5 kilometres, so 3 miles. That sounds groovy. Oh, you'd have gone out of my area. Well, got 700 metres to the pickup. I just got one as I turn the camera off then. It is Seaview chicken and fish, $12.80 for 9 kilometres. So 5.5, nearly 6 miles. I haven't been to this one before, so we'll pop in and pick that one up. And then where's that going? Well, that's going right down to the Glenelg. All right, boys and girls, we just dropped off that chicken. Should have probably paused it, but we've got another job now, which is a place that I haven't been to before, and I've got to be careful, or else I'll get stuck over here in that traffic. Yeah, definitely got to pause it after this one. I will not be going to where this one wants us to go and do work. Now I'll just have a quick look at the price on that. All right, so it was $14.43 from Dial Curry. I just had curry for lunch too. Goodness me, I could have gone here. $14.43, 8.8 kilometres. So 5.4 miles for $14.43. We'll go and pick this one up, and then after we've dropped this one off, which is right up near the CBD, we'll be definitely putting on pause to drive back, because that will be asking for trouble if we keep heading this way. I had an interesting conversation with a Doordash driver just before, and he works from 2 o'clock in the morning, and he said it's really busy, which I'm really surprised at, because I started at 4 one morning. Actually, I think it was a Wednesday, and I made $77 for the whole day, but he says it's busy, so maybe I should give it another try. Might leave that till next week. I've just got to get all these videos edited so I can start putting them up. And whilst I'm in the learning curve, I've got to keep going, I think. So, all right, boys and girls, we will leave it there, and I'll get back to you after I've put it on pause. I might even have to finish the dash because I'll be over so far. But we'll have a look when I've dropped this one off, because it's going to be miles away. All right, bye. Well, that hasn't worked out too bad. That was nearly exactly 20 minutes to get back to where I was happy to put the unpause the dash. And within about a minute, we got Oporto. Back in the Marion Shopping Centre, and that is $10.47 for 3.7 kilometres. So 2.3 miles, $10.47. So that's not too bad. So hopefully I can get a park in the 15-minute, and we'll be able to head upstairs and see the fella up there. Normally a nice happy fella up there, so, and they're normally ready, so we'll give that a whirl. But yeah, that was 20 minutes. That's 20 minutes basically driving back the other way for nothing. It doesn't really matter all that much, but you know, if you're going to do it, you might as well try and be efficient. And I think driving that far out, and I had to stop it there because I could have kept going and going and going for another 20 kilometres, well, 30 kilometres out that way, and then I'd have to come back in peak hour, and that would just be not good. So anyway, we will keep moving forward. We'll get this Oporto. Come on, lady, you've got a tiny little car. You can move over just a touch. Beautiful. All right, talk to you on. Bye. Okay, we just dropped that Oporto off, and as soon as we got rid of it, we've got another one. McDonald's, it's 4.1 kilometres, $9.39. So 2.4 miles, $9.39. So we'll head off and do that one. It's actually, normally I'm mainly doing deliveries during the day, but today's been nearly all meals, which is a little bit different, but anyway, so they say variety's the spice of life, or something like that. So we'll go and get some McDonald's, and then I'll give you a call from there. All right, bye. Okay, boys and girls, well, we got back home and we ended the dash there. So we made $160.59 for 4 hours and 36 minutes, and we did 15 deliveries. So it worked out to about $35 an hour, which is pretty sweet, I think. And what else did I want to have a look at? How many kilometres did we do? So if I just finish off all of these, this is the app that I'm using for the kilometres and the tax man to keep him happy. Alright, mark as reviewed, mark as reviewed, mark as reviewed, mark as reviewed. You're all caught up. Right, so what do we do for all the trips today? So for all those trips today, we did exactly 100 kilometres. So, well, that's easy to work. So $1.69 a kilometre. So I think that we had a good day. Bit slow a couple of times there during the day, but other times it was flat out, so it all worked out in the end. I want to do an early morning one after talking to that Doordasher this morning, but I think we'll leave that till next week. I'll just do the maybe 6 to 2 each day, see how much we make out of that, and try and do some editing each night. So I'll go and try and finish off another one tonight. Like halfway through it last night, so might be able to finish it off tonight. We have 2 whole movies. Yay! Very exciting. But anyway, all right, well, we'll leave it for there. Thank you very much for coming along. If anybody's watching it, I showed the first one to my daughter the other night and her mum. And the daughter liked it and the mum didn't seem to. So, all good. All right, guys, talk to you later. Right, bye.